Yuthurwa, we have to bring it to an end. We wanted it to continue. I realized that among the professionals, the people in the national government, the youth and the women, we had planned that they say something, but His Excellency.
Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to lead this nation that we all love. Thank you very much for also agreeing to the coming together of both Baba and myself so that we can form the broad-based government. And just so that you have the right context, the broad-based government is neither a creation of Baba or myself. It is God-sent. I say that because it is what is necessary for us to have the political goodwill to be able to push the development agenda of our nation, because transformation of a nation is not an easy thing. It is difficult. It takes very difficult decisions to transform a nation. And therefore, you need immense goodwill to be able to drive any meaningful transformation of a nation. And therefore, I sincerely appreciate your support for the broad-based government, and I want to give you my assurance that no Kenyan, no region, no community, no religion is going to be left behind. We're going to move together. Peace and stability is key to the prosperity and development of Kenya. And therefore, we must continuously harness our diversity in a unified manner to be able to take our rightful place as a nation that is growing and developing by making sure that we enhance our patriotism, our working together. And as you know, there are those of us who want to continue the exclusionist agenda that we exclude others. And I have made the decision that no one must be out for anybody to be in. We can all be in. You know, we have enough for all of us as a nation to share. And that is the basis upon which Baba and myself have sat down to form the broad-based government, to make sure that inclusion, leaving nobody behind, is the chemistry that makes Kenya what it should be. So you have my commitment on that, and every step that will assist us get the country closer to unity is something that I will drive, and I will make sure that we work on it. We are looking at the expansion of Kisumu County. What we have done is that we are now working on a master plan, a new master plan for Kisumu County. We have already completed a new air control facility which costed the government of Kenya about 3 billion shillings. The next time I'm in Kisumu, I am going to launch it officially because it's done. It was just remaining about 2-3%. And as part of looking at Kisumu as one of the hubs for the region and its expansion.
This is one of the counties that was left out and was branded as a non-shareholding county in Kenya. We were a people who were left out as non-shareholding people of Kenya. But guess what? You brought us into the fold. Look at the number of appointments you've given to this county. Apart from that, Your Excellency, in my own constituency, which is part of this county, you picked one able lady, a young lady by the name of Miss Karen Agengo, and gave her the position of permanent secretary, and we thank you for that. Karen Agengo is not here today because she's on official duty in Addis. But I want to take this opportunity to thank you on behalf of this county and on behalf of the women for giving us that recognition. I also want to thank you, despite the fact that you didn't mention it here, Your Excellency, for having accepted to give one of our greatest sons, the late Dr. Robert Owuko, an honor. That's a bit emotional for me. But I want to thank you for honoring his memory. This is a man who served this country tirelessly. And he lost his life 30 years ago. When we had a conversation, Your Excellency, you committed that in his memory, you are going to put up a Dr. Owuko Kenya School of Government in his home ground in Nyahera. We've had a discussion. We've had a discussion with the governor, and the governor, surprisingly, was of the same mind. On Saturday, Your Excellency, I want to report to you that Mr. Noor will be in Kisumu in Nyahera with his full team of architects and engineers to do feasibility assessment of that area. I want to thank you for accepting to put 200 million in that project. Thank you, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, without taking too much time, you were supposed to have come to commission Huduma Center in Kisumu. That is the second Huduma Center within our county. In Kenya, it is the 59th Huduma Center. I'm bringing this up because I want to let you know that the people have such access to government services, easy access, and I also want to let you know that the local mama in the village can now go to get birth certificate, and the turnaround time is 20 minutes. You go to register, within 20 minutes, you leave with your birth certificate. Identity cards, within 1 week, at most 9 days, you come out with the identity card. This is one of the things that we are celebrating you for, because you've brought access, you've brought services closer to the people, and we are benefiting from that.
Koro mia paronu ni kwa biro dala ne kamo teleka unma dalau. Kendo ka une dalau ka bedwe kombegi ku tegno kendo ku wuotho motegno ka un gi title ma dalani. Awacho non jelo jagot. Yanda dhi limo gi Eldoret, mana duweni. Akadho bu dalane. Koro akwayo ni gik mana aneno bu dalane ka. Professor wuoye kode okel kaluo kocha. Monde kwa unge lwedo motegno. Dholuo wacho niya, ni kimiya lweti koni, tami lweta koni. Wayie duoko ne lwetwa. Komakore gi Raila unyalego motegno kendo mati. Ok uyiene gi makre gi Raila. Uyiene gi makre gi Raila. Giyiene gi makre gi Nyong'o. Mondo dhiang' mwanyiedho maginyiedho ni wan be wanyiedho then. Uyie. Joluo uyie. Bwana President, see us with 2 eyes and we shall see you with 3 eyes. If you are closer to Raila, we shall be very close to you. May God bless you abundantly.
Political competition is about development. And good governance means that we should have equitable development. And Western Kenya, and Nyanza in particular, has been missing on the count of development. Your Excellency, I've made it my business to actually ask the breakdown of development over the past years by county. And it is clear Nyanza and Western Kenya in the past 15 years, in fact, going further, have been receiving a raw deal when it comes to development. So I want to thank you most sincerely for being the president that sees Nyanza as being part of Kenya. I want to thank you for that, and I want to ask, my only ask will be that even as we try to develop, I would want us to see the very vulnerable. When it comes to agriculture, beyond fertilizer, I would like to request that you also invest in seedling on crops like avocado, crops like coffee, where we are planting coffee, in order for us to have enough production in the next 2 years for those industries that we are putting up to actually make sense. If we leave production only to the middle class and the rich, we will keep our people in poverty. So we want to aid them to also be part of the production. And if we do, my take would be, Your Excellency, that Kisumu International Airport be operationalized as a cargo, international cargo, to take produce to Europe and the rest of Africa.